talk about how I use my iPad and Apple Pencil with the popular app Procreate. Just tap on it. If this is the first time open Procreate, you will have the sample artworks created by other people. Try to inspire you to start creating art. I'm going to click on the add icon with the screen size. If you have the screen vertical, the screen size will be vertical, just the pixel size of your current screen. Okay, you tap on it, you can create the width by pixels and the DPI and all those. You can name your custom size. So later you can use that again and again with the size that you prefer. Okay, we're gonna cancel that. And the second one over here from the right is a photo. Photo, that means you're going to create artworks, start with a photograph. So you can tap on photo. Here we go. I'm going to start with this one. Now you start with this photograph. The top layer called layer 1. Now I have this photograph, but you can also hide this. Now it's a blank canvas. This is a quick way to start from a photograph. And I'm going to come back over here. And if you want to delete this one, it's very easy. By using a finger, slide from the right side to the left, and like this. And have 3 choices for you. One is just delete, duplicate, or share. And we can say, I'm going to delete it. And now, confirm, delete. Okay, let's take a look at import. You tap on import. Another projects that you created, maybe in different devices. Put it on your iCloud, like a Dropbox, or your image folder. And then you can import it into this device, and you can continue develop the artwork. Select, and then allows you to select a multiple folder. And let's say I'm going to select this one, this image. I'm going to select this one and have multiple. You can stack those all together to become one big folder. Or you can do the share, you can duplicate, or you can delete the multiple items or multiple folders. Okay. I'm going to cancel that. This is the basics. How do you start with the Procreate? Let's take a look how to use the tools to draw. I can create a new one actually inside a folder. I have a folder called exercise. I'm going to tap on the exercise folder. So I'm going to press screen size. Now I have this open. Usually what I like to do, I make this a little bit smaller, so I can see the whole page. That makes me feel a bit better in control of the whole composition. Let's take a look at the top over here. Start from the right hand side. The first one is the color. Just tap on the color chip. And then let's talk about how to use color wheel, how to define colors. And the outside ring, you can drag it to choose a different color hue. For example, my color that I have is very close to the green color. Okay, it's about between the green and the yellow, about this color. You release that. Now we're going inside of this circle. Okay, and this circle now on the right top corner is this very intense color. This is 100% of that color right over here, like a 45 degree in this diagonal. And on this side is the brightest color. Okay. On going toward the left hand side, okay, very gray color, and going to the bottom over here is the darkest color. Doesn't matter what color hue you are going to use. If your inside circle over here and stay at the bottom, in that case, is actually always the same color. This is black. First choose the color hue, and then coming inside over here and drag the color around to find the color you want within the color hue. For example, over here is the brightest and this is the lightest. And then coming over here, I want it to be bright, lighter, and coming over here to a little bit lighter. Alright. So okay, now I want it to be a little bit more gray and coming toward the left hand side and the color become a little bit more gray. And coming to the bottom over here, it looks like very much just the gray colors. This is not much about the green color. Alright. So let's choose, like say, I'm going to find a skin color coming over here. Okay, the skin color about over here from the person I'm going to paint. Okay, I'm going to pick that color. I'm going to drag it over here. Oh, it's about here, a little bit lighter. Then going toward a little bit more to the top. Okay, a little bit darker, going to a little bit lower, toward a little bit left, and a little bit more like a gray color, going to the right hand side, a little bit brighter color. So you can easily find your color you want. Now I'm gonna lay over here. That is just the color, pretty close. But you need a little bit more red. In that case, drag it a little bit lower toward the red side. Okay. Or maybe you say, oh no, have a little bit more of the yellow color. You drag it over here. So it's very easy. Very easy to adjust the color. If you like this color, and if you are sure this is the color you're going to use, and you also can save it to your own custom palette. And what you can do is just tap. You don't have to do anything else on the top over here. This is the color you already want. What you want to do is just one tap. Now the color saved to the color palette. It's very easy to do. Now I'm going to actually pick one of the color that are already preset. So I'm going to tap on this color. Okay, this color I want. So tap on the circle again and return to the page. And on the top over here, it is the brush. And the second one over here from the left, it is the blender. Okay, so for example, I'm going to use the brush, and over here, that is how big is the brush you want. I'm going to have this biggest brush then. And we're going to talk about how to choose different brushes later. Now I'm going to see. I'm going to have the Apple Pencil like this, up, down. I'm going to draw. And if I push it a little bit harder and a little bit thicker line and lift it up and have a little bit thinner, like that, right? So I'm going to do it again and like this. Right. Now I'm going to have the pencil actually putting down in like a 30-degree angle. In this case, it's like you use the side of your pencil. See that? You can control that a little bit better. And you can use this as for the blending. Okay. I'm going to have some catch the shadow over here and so on. It's very easy, like that. Okay, I'm going to make the texture a little bit smoother. How I'm going to do that? That's just the branding. The branding too. I'm going to tap on that. I'm going to have it a maximum size, but I'm going to have it opacity a little bit lower, like a 50%. Now what I'm going to do, see this. Now the texture is getting smoother. See that? When you're doing the branding, it depends on from what color branded to what color. Okay, if I'm going to blending from the dark color out, it will look like that. Okay, darker. But if I'm blending from the light color coming into the darker color and actually blend the light color from the outside. Okay, so you can see how you use the branding tool. And if I'm blending from the darker color and I blend the color a little bit outside, this is all common sense. So you can see the branding too. You can remove the texture, make it much smoother. But in some artwork, we don't want it all smooth. So sometimes we want to have some rough texture. So you want to think about the balance of the artwork, the texture. So we're going to talk about the texture a lot more later as we are talking about the visual language. Texture is part of the visual element. Okay, and if I want to use this tool, it is the eraser. And you tap on the eraser. I want it to be the middle of the opacity. And I'm going to make it a little smaller. So use the eraser. It's the same as you're going to draw a light color line. Okay, I'm going to draw it over here like that. Draw a line over. And if I press it a little bit harder and you have the line maybe a little bit lighter. At the same time, you make the line thicker. So if you want to do that, you want to increase the opacity. Okay, I'm going to make it a little bit thinner. I'm going to drag it down a little bit. In this case, the line is much more visible. And also the lines is a little bit thinner because I use the brush tool a little bit lower. Okay, like that. So those are the other drawing tools. It's very simple. And on the left hand side over here at the top, those are all different advanced functions. And we can talk about that later. You can explore and can find out how you may want to use it. Okay, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to erase everything over here by use the shortcut. I'm going to use my 3 fingers, just quickly left and right. And the whole thing erased. Now become a blank page. As a demonstration, I'm going to show you, use the Apple Pencil just like a regular pencil. And I'm going to draw slowly with line.